It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Grizzlies come into town for this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. You take a look at the Suns. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
Yeah, and you know, both sides may downplay it, but these rivalry matchups bring about a level of emotion that you generally don't get.
All right, guys play harder, Greg. They play with a bit more passion. This is what we love to see.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Curry is out there with Brown. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Bell. And it's James in at the small forward. Now here's Brown, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Here's Adams, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two. Adams has got his first basket.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Now here's Lamb. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
Well, think about it. Last season, the Suns played at the second highest pace in the NBA. It is exactly what the franchise wants to do. They want to get out and run in the open floor, push it wherever they can.
And Lamb drops them both. And talking about the pace of this Suns team, Doris, you can't help but think back to the 7 seconds or less era Suns, led by Steve Nash.
Well, perhaps one of the most entertaining groups to watch in the history of the NBA, certainly. The way they could explode on the offensive end and the level of unselfishness. That team was a special era for Suns fans.
Now here's Lamb. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Leonard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. Now here's Curry over Bledsoe. No one near James as he lets it go. And he's good on the three ball. LeBron's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. He dishes it to Leonard. There's a screen by Cantor. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Lamb, guarded by Curry. No good from Lamb. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Well, Doris, beside what he brings to a team on the court, Steven Adams also helps the team in the locker room with his presence.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can hear it in the way Steven Adams interacts with both the press and his teammates. He's a very personable guy. There's a sharp wit to him that can help ease tension within a team, or sometimes, if necessary, with the media.
No good from Lamb. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. James kicks to Bell. Curry dishes to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, this is why Adams is such a high percentage shooter. If he gets close to the rim, he's going to finish with authority.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cantor sets the pick for Leonard. Over LeBron. And it's Leonard missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Brown the pass to Curry. Brown with a screen on Bledsoe. Curry kicks to Brown. James left side. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And Phoenix has possession. 7-point differential. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Jeremy Lamb out there with Bledsoe. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Portis in at power forward. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Leonard dishes to Bledsoe. Pass to Portis. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And it's Leonard missing. Memphis leading by 7.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
5 to shoot. Another miss by Curry.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
Leonard the pass to Portis. Phoenix no good that time either. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Leonard, no luck. Memphis leading by 10. Brown outside. It's stolen by Lamb. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Tries to snap the cold streak. Here's Bledsoe. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
He has that powerful, chiseled frame that allows Bledsoe to finish so well through contact.
Curry kicks to LeBron. Over Leonard. Again, James missing.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
Bledsoe dishes to Lamb. Passes it to Bledsoe. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Bledsoe's got 7 points for the quarter.
Listen, we know he's been working on that long-range game, but Bledsoe's explosiveness inside may still be his bread and butter.
James, that's a 2-pointer. LeBron with another miss.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Bledsoe left side, shoots over Curry, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Eric Bledsoe.
Well, this catch-and-shoot game, something Eric Bledsoe has worked so hard on, and it really pays off that time.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and that one drops for him. That's now 8 points for LeBron.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
There's the screen. Bledsoe passes to Lamb. Here's Leonard, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And really did the only thing he could in terms of getting that shot off, leaned into his space, and got a bucket.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we...
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome back,
Halftime
folks.
Show.
Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a fast pace for Memphis at the outset. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Going into the second quarter, they lost a little focus, sacrificed some. And now, folks,
welcome back, everyone. The skyline of downtown Phoenix there, framed against the mountains, rising up out of the desert. Suns trail by 4. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. LeBron James is out there with Bell. Then there's Brown. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Adams at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It's interesting to watch how Eric Bledsoe plays the point guard position, right? You think he has played with some great point guards in his career. Teammates with John Wall in college, and learned from Chris Paul his first few seasons in the NBA.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. You know, Doris, with Bledsoe, you can see his former point guard pairings and how he plays. Wall with his speed and how he approaches the game like CP3.
Well, and Eric Bledsoe is very quick to credit Chris Paul for learning to play the point guard position at an NBA level. Paul could demonstrate certain things, and Bledsoe would follow in his footsteps. You love that kind of mentorship.
The dish to Lamb. Back to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. For the tie. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And as most point guards do, Eric Bledsoe start to rely more on his outside game as he gets older. Still will attack the rim, but Doris, the percentage of shots from distance steadily increasing for him over the years.
Right, they've increased, Kevin, as Bledsoe has become a more consistent shooter. And certainly the number of threes taken every year has risen the last 4 seasons. You like when he's attacking the rim, but he's just as effective from beyond the arc.
It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, they need to pick themselves up. I mean, physically, you give up a lot going into post-regulation play, and losing after 2 overtime periods to an inferior team, boy, that can take a toll.
There's a good screen. Brown wide open. He fired. Offensive rebound. Adams' shot is good.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Cantor kicks to Bledsoe. On the wing, Lamb. That one wide left. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. LeBron outside. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
Bledsoe kicks to Portis. 1:49 left to play in the third. Now here's Lamb. Tight defense on him. From the high post, he drills it. Doris, looking at the rich history of the NBA, seeing how it's evolved over time, what do you think have been some of the biggest changes from decade to decade as the game has evolved?
Well, for me, my fandom of the NBA began in the great Celtics-Lakers rivalries with the great players like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Worthy McHale. You know, it's always been a stars league. I think it remains as such. You can move to the 90s in the Eastern Conference with the Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks rivalries. The thing that's remained the same are the stars. Style of play, obviously, is drastically different. The athletes are getting bigger, faster, stronger. Analytics increasingly playing a part. Listen, the game is in a constant state of evolution. Like Kevin Harlan, the game gets better with age.
Oh, man. Thanks, Doris. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
Lamb dishes to Leonard. Feeds to Bledsoe. There's the pick. Over Bell. Phoenix no good that time either.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Now here's Curry. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Brown kicks to LeBron. Over Leonard. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies lead by 6. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
One possession at a time.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. They've got Enes Kanter. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Portis. That's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Curry outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
I tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line.
Here's James. Another miss by James.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Bledsoe passes to Portis. Lamb dishes to Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James. And you can see the talent that the Suns have, but, you know, Doris, something they'll need to work on is a lack of discipline.
Agreed, Kevin, and that lack of discipline can manifest itself in a couple of areas. Number one, they fouled too much. They were last in the league in that category. And how about this for a bad combination? 1, they don't generate a lot of assists. And 2, they were the worst in the league when it came to turnovers. Hard to win when all that's going on.
James against Leonard. On the wing, Lamb. Kicks to Kanter. He feeds it to Bledsoe. To the inside. And it's blocked by Brown. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Curry with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Curry kicks to LeBron. Looking to end his cold spell. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for LeBron. Leonard the pass to Bledsoe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Is it just me, or even his pump fakes are explosive? Hard not to overreact if you're the defender.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
I mean, he's as close to automatic when he's up at that line, especially when the ball game's a close one.
James dishes to Bell. LeBron against Leonard. James kicks to Bell. Outside Curry. Over Bledsoe. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Just not much you can do when he gets the ball that close to the bucket. It's lights out.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Curry passes to Brown. He kicks it to James. Shoots over Leonard. And again, LeBron James.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
And Lamb kicks to Leonard. Fades back. It's hauled in by Adams.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Brown dishes to James. for Leonard. It falls!
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
And the Suns call time here. They trail by 4. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the last break, I listened to Phoenix's coach talk to the team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Again, James missing.
Well, I wouldn't say the D was exceptional, but it certainly was enough to bother him.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leonard against James. Baseline try. No good.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Timeout called. The Suns, they're down by 4. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Right, that's the game plan. It's got to be executed perfectly. No time to waste.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Listen, LeBron has had some years where his free throw percentage has not been as high as you'd like, but for the most part, pretty solid. That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Bledsoe with 54, Leonard with 36.99, Lamb with 12, Cantor with 6, Portis with 15 boards. Cantor had 12 boards. Portis with Kevin Love's stat line. Leonard 40% against James. I think Bledsoe should have hit a couple more, but we need to get to the line 6 times. James dropped 48 with 9 assists. On a 6 of 15. Adams with 30 and 18. Brown with 27. Curry with 12 with a 1 of 5. Jordan Bell with 18 boards and Kevin Love's stat line. Pretty simple. They pounded the paint and they got away with a win. Outboarded them too. You know, the Suns did have 6 more free throws. Shoot, the Suns never even led in that game. I think it was that close because they were up by 10. But hey, Grizzlies finally got their 10th win, so I guess it all works out.